Ooh. Hey YouTube. Wow, yeah, it's chilly. It's getting cold. Like it's what, November the 13th or something like that, and we've had storms here for the past like 5 or 6 days, and so it's so humid in the Mediterranean. The summers are like a red hot oven, and then the winters, the colder seasons, it's like the kind of cold that gets right into your bones. So you've got to wear layers. Now, these Spanish are crazy. They don't put central heating in the house, okay? In these old mountain houses. So I've got no heating in the house. So like, as you can see, like Bobby's like he's all comfy in his blankets. We sit in blankets, and I train a lot. I do a lot of nunchaku training because I've got to warm my body from the core. So it's all about wearing your wizard's robes, put your sports gear on to hold your core warmth inside and ride it out. But like, holy shit, dude, like it's only November. It's gonna get chilly up here. I'm gonna have to think about doing something about this, like getting some kind of heating or something. But either way, it's all good. Like everything's kind of good. Like just to give an update on the Dani story. Dani's good. He took my tent and he took my sleeping bag and my ground mat, and he went. His brother, who also grew up in the orphanage with him, put him in somebody's finca or something, but it wasn't right. So Dani left and he found a cave not too far out of the village. And when I saw him in the street, he was happy. He was like he was smiling because I think that he'd reached his own level. This is a level he could build from. It was like, although it may seem strange to some people that as you fall, you could fall that far, but this is Dani's level. And he's like happy in his cave, and he's going out every morning and he's picking mushrooms because there's amazing mushrooms at the moment. So he's getting mushrooms and he sells the mushrooms to the bar for like €30, and he's good and he's happy. Rome wasn't built in a day, but this could seriously be the making of him. Like Dani is like, it's funny to meet Dani. He's like in the world of give and take, he is absolutely not in it whatsoever. He can't take anything because of that scared, nervous orphan boy that he still is. And he doesn't give anything either because he doesn't really know how to give. So he's kind of just stuck in a nothingness, which is like, in a way, I see that as his spiritual power, because that lack of personality, of that built up ego, there's not a lot there. If he goes and lives in the woods for a while and really opens himself up to the idea of spirit, he might really have a lot of space for spirit. So I've got high hopes for Dani. Now, I've not told him this, but I know that he's got amazing intuition because he's like, I've already mentioned this to him. He picks things up, and I'm like, Dani, you do realise that that's like beyond normal perception? And he was like, maybe opened up to the idea of it, but definitely living up in the woods, like in the full moon, in a cave, on the earth, with a fire. Like if he does that for like a few months, it could be totally the making of him. So I'm really, really happy. I'm really happy that that he's leveled out, that he's like base, and he's happy, and he needs that simple life too. You can't do anything that's confusing, and so his version of a simple life is literally going to live in a cave, and so that's super cool. So good for him. Like I'm really, really pleased for him. As for me, I've been doing really, really well. After Dani left last Friday, I really got back to myself. Wow, I've really been looking after myself, like balancing my days in really, really good ways. Like absolutely doing the things that are on the spreadsheet for the things that I need to do during the day. And so I'm ticking all those boxes. I'm eating breakfast, lunch and dinner. I'm nunchaku training a lot, so I feel great in my back. When there is sun, I'll meditate in the morning. I'm spending a lot of time in dark meditation at night, which is wonderful. I think that like depression is I always had depression, and I ran from it all my life. Like I could never really face up to it because it was too heavy. It was too heavy for me. And now that I've been forced to face it and I've realised that it's not so bad and it finally caught up with me, I've actually learned to, in a strange kind of way, love it. Like it's a sweet comfort, and it's not in like suffering, like I allow myself to suffer. It's just that weight of myself which I can sit into. And it's all right if you feel heavy in that. That's okay, just let it pass. And it's so I'm really, really processing my shadow really well. All the shadow work is going really, really well. I came off of Tinder in the end. It got too much. Although it was quite an interesting experience because I realised that like I can read people's energy. Like now I'm so removed from other people. I'm really, really reading people. And I've never done this before. And so it was a nice way to extend myself and then be able to read people. Like I can feel people's will. I can feel their will. I can feel their pull. It's because I have no desire and I'm such a feather. There's no will really of my own. Is that it reflects in me. And so like my thoughts are not my own. And so I have to catch myself. Like say, for example, if I find myself in some kind of sexual fantasy of someone with some woman, I have to stop and say, hang on a minute, this is not mine. This is not my thought. This is not my desire. That is hers, because ultimately this is not someone that I'm attracted to or want to meet or want to have anything with. So it's been very, very interesting in that. And it means that I have to really learn to separate what is mine with what is everybody else's, because I think this is one of the things about being psychic, is that like for so many years I've been pulled around by everybody because I've always been around people. I needed this period of retreat into myself in order to learn to be able to first of all find out who I am and listen to myself and know what I want, instead of just literally reading everybody, picking up everybody's energy and making everybody happy by playing Robin to everybody else's Batman. So it's good, and you can see that I'm strong. Like I'm feeling really, really strong, and so it's going very, very well, and I'm really, really pleased with it. Ultimately, I came off of Tinder because like there was a girl that I met on there, and she said in her profile that she just wanted to make friends, and so I'm like, super cool, I just want to be friends too. So we get to chatting, but really I know that she's not what she wanted. She was forcing her will and she wanted to have sex, and I was like, and I picked up on it and I felt it, and I'm like, I'm just messing with these women here now. Like they are there for that, I am not there for that, and so I'm ultimately just frustrating them by being a beautiful older man who's ultimately not going to even fucking meet you. So I thought, yeah, this is not your platform, Dani, like come off it. Like one of the interesting things that that came out of the little 6-day period into Tinder, one of the first people that I connected with was Tanya from Germany. She was here on holiday, and so that's why she was in my local area, and we connected. And anyway, she went back to Germany, and so but we chatted a little bit, and it was nice because everybody tried to eat me, but Tanya didn't try to eat me, and she's a lion. And she didn't try to eat me. I really kind of connected with her. She had a very gentle, soft energy. And I thought, out of all the women who were interested in me off of Tinder, that is the only one that I would have liked to have met. And she's like 1,600 kilometers away. But like maybe the reason why, I don't know, maybe it is her. Maybe the reason why she didn't try to eat me is because it was like geographically impossible. And so that way it made it a bit softer. Because I need a very, very soft hand. Because I'm so new to this push and pull that any pull might just drag me straight in, and I can't really get involved in it, especially if it's not really what I have to figure out what I want. But like I told her I came off Tinder, I sent her my phone number, and I said, look, just like let me know if you come to Mallorca. Like I told her, I said, like, of all the women that I met, you're the one I would have liked to have actually, of all the women that on Tinder, you're the one that I would have liked to have met. And I think that touched her very much. It was a very romantic thing for someone to say to her. Now, whether that's just like boosting her ego, like who knows, right? But either way, it was a fun little dance, and I wondered about this girl because it was like it seemed all a bit strange and fated, but let's see what happens. Let's see if she turns up in the village one day, because this is where the story gets left, so we'll see it from there. But like ultimately, no, like the little dance was fun and it was nice, but there is no girlfriend for me at that. Like I'm absolutely, if anything, it showed me that I'm really like far away from the human race these days, like how far away I am from it. How lack of ape I have after this period of solitude, how much of that ego I've actually processed. I'm not interested in your silly fucking dances. So, but ultimately, yeah, like there's like it either has to be absolutely something divine and something special. I'm just not interested, because I'm not even driven by like sexual desire really. Like it comes and it strikes me every now and again, but I'm pretty much beyond it. I think I got a real handle on it. Like, it's funny to look at people who are completely driven by that, you know, people who try to manipulate me with their will because of their desire to have sex. Like, fucking hell, like that's why I had to get away. The pull was too much in the end, dragging me around. But as you can see, like, I'm in good spirits and everything's good. Like I'm happy here. I'm still vocationally challenged in that I am forcing myself to do the work and try to get some, because I want to get stability into my finances. I've got stability in my life. I just need to stabilize my finances, and then I'm like, good. But I still have to force myself to write. But I've been doing it this week. I've been in the spreadsheet. I've been ticking the box for real estate writing. I worked on Monday, I've worked on Tuesday, and I've got my things open, and I'm going to work today. It's 1:00 in the afternoon here, so it's still early, and it is grey. It is grey outside. Can I show you? I wonder if I can turn this around. You can see what we're looking at. There's the church, and you can just see the grey. But it's all good. You want to see my blue eyes? But anyway, it's good to check in, and just gonna say thanks for everybody who's following and listening, and keep up with the story. Stay warm, guys. Keep moving. Bye bye.